Hello everyone, I'm Spaz32. This is my first ever video, so apologies if I seem a wee bit nervous. I am quite nervous, to be honest, but never mind that. I'm going to be starting a wee Let's Play of Dark Souls 3. It's one of my favourite games. As you can see here, it's a load game. My top character there, level 181 and 129 hours put into it. So I've played through it, I've got all the DLCs, completed all of them. Obviously today we're going to be starting a new game, so I'm just going to hit that just now.
Yes,
I might skip the video.
indeed.
Yeah, I'm going to skip this just now. So apologies if I seem a bit rusty playing this. I've not played it in quite a while. I have mostly been playing my 3DS. I've been playing Monster Hunter, for any of you Monster Hunter fans out there. It's my favourite game franchise just now, and I really wanted to start playing it. I really wanted to start making videos of Monster Hunter, but I don't know how to record from the 3DS yet. So in time, I will eventually be getting that on the channel. And so yeah, like as I said anyway, I've not really been playing much of Dark Souls because I've mostly been playing that. So apologies if I do seem a wee bit sort of rugged playing this today. So just create my character here. I'm not really too bothered about absolutely perfecting how my character looks. You know, he'll be covered in armour. You know, he'll have a helmet over his face, so you won't really be seeing much of his face. So sorry about that. So let's just get a nice wee long scragged hairdo on him and a wee beard. That'll do him. So yeah, I think that is good to go. So yeah, I'm going with the warrior class. They're the strongest, they hit the hardest at the beginning of the game anyway. Again, doesn't really matter what sort of class that you sort of tend to go with. You can level up your different attributes and stuff like that anyway as the game goes on to sort of adapt to your playstyle. It's obviously easier to start with a class that suits your playstyle right from the very beginning. But of course, if you do decide to change it a bit later on, it's a bit harder to sort of change it later on in the game. So it's always good for you to know what sort of playstyle you want to actually start the game with. I've always been a big fan of strength builds, heavy hitting weapons, going in, you know, guns a-blazing, charging in quite aimlessly. I'm quite guilty for doing that. I've got a very aggressive playstyle with these types of games. So let's get into it right now. So for those of you who doesn't really know much about the game, basically we are playing as the Unkindled. It's our job basically to get all the Lords of Cinder back onto their thrones. What that basically means is each age comes to an end in the Dark Souls world when the fire begins to fade. So there's basically this fire that prevents the Age of Darkness crawling over the land. And at the end of each end, basically, someone goes and rekindles the flame, and they then become a Lord of Cinder. All the Lords of Cinder have disbanded, so it's our job to sort of get them back together again and rekindle the flames. This is where we come in. So crossbow guy there. So that's basically what we have to do. It's a very good game, very beautiful game, as you can see. Graphics are absolutely beautiful. The details in the buildings, as you can see there in the distance, that's the Firelink Shrine. That is our main hub, where we do all of our buying and upgrading and leveling up and what have you. And these are the bonfires. So these are your checkpoints throughout the game. You don't save the game or anything like that. Well, you do save the game, but you don't sort of, like, it's hard to explain. Basically, yeah, so these are your checkpoints throughout the land. When you die, you lose all of your souls, your currency, which you can see down in the bottom right hand side of the screen there. I've now got 152. You lose all of your souls and you respawn at the last bonfire, but the rest of that, and you need to go back and get your souls. I'm pretty sure you, most of you who's watching this know the premise of Dark Souls. It's been out for a wee while now. it's just in case there's anyone watching this who hasn't really played it. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing a generic let's play of it. I'm not going to be doing a sort of 100% walkthrough or anything like that. It's not going to be anything like that. Just a nice casual sort of play through the game. I'll be picking up as much as I can anyway throughout the game. I'm not going to be being absolutely pedantic with getting absolutely everything, and that was horrible, Sean. Let's go back and try and get that item up there. I forgot what that is actually. It's up there. I'm pretty sure there's something down there as well actually. There's a wee guy there. Let's just kill him. Surprise! Oh, and that was just there. Oh, bad man. Bad man. So we've got fire bombs, which they're going to be very, very handy for the boss just coming up just now. Most bosses in this game have multiple phases. The first boss has a phase wherein the second phase becomes extremely weak to fire, which is quite handy for us with getting those fire bombs. Fire bombs are basically just Molotov cocktails, basically. Titanite shards, so yeah, they're used for upgrading your weapons at the Firelink Shrine. So let us go through here. Let me just heal up a wee bit just now. I like to two-hand my weapon, hit harder. So yep, this is the first boss in here. He's okay, he's not too bad. If you haven't really played the game or the Dark Souls franchise, he can be quite challenging. Not too bad. You can hit him as he goes. You get a few free hits into him there, as you can see. Like most bosses in the game, it's all about timing. Don't get greedy with your hits, and I am not doing so good here. I did apologise at the beginning if I was a bit sort of sloppy. So sort of about the time. I'm signing into the second phase just now. Fire bombs just now. Level character of 181. That is a bad start. That is a bad start. As I said, I probably should have brushed up on my skills again with this game before I started doing this, but I get too excited, I get too impatient. I've been wanting to start these sort of let's plays for quite a wee while, so let's just rush through. Don't really need to bother with any of these guys. We'll probably just rush right through. Yeah, I've not been playing this as I said. I've been playing my 3DS Monster Hunter for quite a while. Absolutely love it. Who seen E3 the other day? We've seen that Sony announced Monster Hunter coming back on the PS4 early next year. I am absolutely ecstatic for. Such an underrated game franchise. It doesn't get the recognition it deserves over here in the West. It really fantastic game. Easily sink 400 or 500 hours in the game. It's just one of those types of games. Still not. That is the first boss down. Just rest, restore my Estus flasks, and we shall carry on to Firelink Shrine. So I think I'll probably just end this video at Firelink Shrine. As I said, it's my first video anyway. I don't want to drag it on for more than I need to. So I think I'll just end it at Firelink Shrine before I progress with the game. In the next video, I'll do a bit of exploring around Firelink Shrine. There's some pretty cool stuff that you can get in Firelink Shrine before you actually move on to the next area. That can be really handy. So I'll do that and then we'll move on to the next area. So this woman here, this is a Firekeeper.
Welcome to the
you use her to level your character up. So hit level up and you get all your different attributes up. So as you can see, the attributes that's highlighted Vigour, and you can see over on the right hand side base power, and then HP is highlighted. So when you move through the different attributes, you can see it highlights specific ones over on the right hand side. So obviously that when you raise that, so let's go for Vigour, you can see it goes from 515 to 550. So it just sort of shows you what attributes actually raises what sort of skills and stuff like that for you. So as I said, I'm going for a strength build, so I'm going to be putting up my Vigour. It's always good to have a lot of health. I'm going to be in the thick of it quite a lot. Endurance, that increases your stamina, so yeah, I'm going to be swinging my weapon a lot. I'm going to have to evade away, so it's very important that you get as much stamina as you can. And of course I'm going to be increasing my strength, but I think I'm going to increase endurance up by 2 points just now, just to get to that 100 mark. So I've got a wee bit more stamina and confirm that. So let's have a look at this now. So this woman here, this is the Shrine Handmaiden, so you can get fire bombs off of her, some generic weapons and generic armours. And when you defeat certain bosses and get certain souls and ashes, she'll unlock more items. You get embers off of her, so yeah, just your sort of generic items from her.
Ashen 1.
And an old fan favourite returned from the first game.
Well,
Andre the Giant. So she will upgrade your weapons for you. You need one more Titanite shard to upgrade my battle axe. You can infuse your weapon so you can get gems. So just a fire gem, and that'll add a fire element to your attacks. Repair your equipment, which to be honest you don't really need to do. Every time you rest at a bonfire, everything gets repaired anyway. Allot your Estus flask, which I'm absolutely going to do. So the yellow flask is for your health, and the ashen Estus flask, which is the blue one, recovers your FP, which is your mana, your magic, which I'm not going to be using really that much, so I'm going to go for the full 4 Estus flasks here, and then you can reinforce it as well. If you pick up Estus shards, you come back here, reinforce your Estus flask, and you'll increase the amount of Estus flasks that you can hold. I think the maximum's 17 or 18, I think. Could be wrong, it's round about that anyway. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here just now. In the next video, as I said, we'll have a wee look around Firelink Shrine, pick up some cool stuff, and we will move on to the next area of the game. I've been Spaz32, and thanks for watching.